Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where we are here off on the docks talking to Joyce Messier. Or we just got done talking to her, but Kim wants to speak to us before we continue talking with her. So let's see what Kim has to say.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now? Really? I thought it was going well. So we're her henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. Let's get back to her then. Yeah, we could just find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose that we do then?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Let's get back to her then. Alright. Kim with the play here. Let's see if it works.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I just realized I have a bottle full, or a bag full of empty bottles I'm just carrying around. I'm a great police officer. Okay. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking. Do you know something about these tattoos? You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine,
Ooh.
GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Seriously? Why are you trying to shut down the party pipeline?
I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate? Move on.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still,
She raises her
every
bony
chain
finger.
has its weak link.
What do you mean?
The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
She smiles and points toward the roundabout. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
She pauses, looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
What proof do you have that the Union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike?
I don't
There
know.
are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe they're selling shoes or something.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Okay. I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We'll take the case, probe the driver, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
She takes a long sip of tea.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. There's nothing in that cup. She's just faking. Do you know something about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
She almost takes the photo, but then stops. So you know something about the tattoos.
Better not tie the 4th day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
She pulls her hood close around her neck. It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. No time to explain, just give me the lowdown. Actually, now is not a good time for a reality lowdown. Maybe later. It's related to that medical episode.
Ah, yes, the episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy now that I think of it.
Encepha who? She puts down her thermal cup and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
That's all, I'm not asking for a whole lot.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Okay, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She smiles. And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock.
A very small she looks around. Her green raincoat flapping in the wind.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
She shrugs. Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before. As a teenager. Not a lot has changed.
She closes her eyes.
There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean.
Oh.
The world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay. Who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue.
She
It's where
smiles.
the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
Jamais vu. Derealization.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now? You're right, Lieutenant. I'll continue later.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
That's really nice of her. She seems like a nice person. Impossible, huh? And legendary. I suppose we'll come back. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
I've got
Little
more
that I
questions.
know.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective.
Take care. All right. So we got this one. Revachol Special Administrative Region. Le Calu, the Insulindian Ocean, Coalition Government, Insulindian Mission Command, name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Trouvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you truly must complete. Well, it sounds like that's the one I need to go for then, huh? Okay. We'll come back and talk to her at another time. So we need to go talk to the Lorries. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Oh, there's a whole bunch of bottles down there. Get these. Get those. And get that. Look at this. Get all that money. I'm gonna need it for tomorrow's room. Take that. Here we go. Can we get in here?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
This is probably where Kuno's dad is.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on. Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
This is the police. Open the door.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished. Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Okay, well. Guess that's not happening. What happened here? Are there more things I need to interact with? Oh my god, look at all these things. Yeah, you better keep walking. Yeah, you know what? Can I talk to you?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull.
Oh god.
What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
That's not what? She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Hold on, what's ours on?
It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. I love public art.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You're welcome. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
She'd be surprised. It's really hard to get somebody to squeal here. Or at least squeal about the right thing.
Actually, there is a shortage
Yeah.
of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the, body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
She waves her hand in a general westward direction. And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you, a little sad suddenly.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
He makes a note in his notebook. Yeah, catch you later, Cindy. Thanks.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Ominous. Alright, and there's no way for me to get up there, right? No. I probably have to get through the building. Let's go talk to the Lorry people. It's getting a little bit late in the day here. It's almost 6 o'clock. Tomorrow we'll be able to go to the fishing village, hopefully. Get in here. Get these bottles. We're gonna try and talk to our good friend. This dude.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
He
Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
I know. He folds his hands behind his head and leans back.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I need to get high, and I'm looking for a dealer. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's been smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. I need to get high.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment? What's that? What? No, of course not. Entrapment? What's that?
Entrapment is where a law officer gets a person to commit a criminal offense they otherwise wouldn't commit, often through some trickery or fraud.
Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do.
Seems like a wonderful way to spice up some boring cases. I want to do something like that.
Then what are you trying to accomplish?
I guess I'm gonna be straight with you, man.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Who do you think could be concluding the drug trade then? Why are you still standing around here then?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Who do you think could be concluding the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away
Conducting.
from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Hit him with your best beat, your best verse.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in there. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy. These are my rhymes. Listen. Continue. She fucked me till I bled. My God.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem. I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom. I'm a little worried about doing that. I'm just gonna go with the safe choice.
Yeah, I get that, and it's
nope.
cool, but...
Okay. Total doom.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to say.
I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Yes. And I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
What do you see in his eyes?
In his
Ooh.
eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar? How?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further.
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
What's beyond the border?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the reverie.
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Hell, I get longing. I felt something similar since I woke up. Yeah, let's try and relate to him. I get longing.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man? You missing someone?
There's a pause and a sigh. Then he turns his eyes to you.
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I miss someone. But I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Thanks, man. Can I have some of your stuff now?
High-grade narcotics.
Time to arrest him.
What are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. But they usually get shipped to Grad in the
Oh, I was hoping you could I get one?
Pals and all?
There's no denying it.
Damn it.
Your body, the man, taps his finger.
All right, see you, buddy. He's a good guy. I hope he's not a drug dealer, because then I'd have to ruin his life by arresting him. Keep getting told to look in here, but substance use effect. Should I use this? +1 psyche, -1 health. I don't know. Nah, we'll keep it. Keep it off for now. Alright, let's keep looking. I see some bottles over there. I didn't think, did we run into any other Lorry people? I guess it was the racist guy. Which, it would be nice if he was the drug dealer. I wouldn't feel bad about taking him down. Anything over here? Bottles. There's the old lady there. She might have something new to say, but and I ignore it for now. Alright. Let's go put these bottles, or turn these bottles in, get some coin. See how much money we got.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into
Nice.
the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tier. At least 100% extra tier money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
That's really good that I got extra money, or at least hopefully I did. Okay. Let's go talk to the guy outside. This dude.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a Lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on cigarettes. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on. But they make alcohol, in Elmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep the poison off the streets of Revachol, right? That's all I need to know. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
He puffs on his cigarette. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other, Caminono were left?
What do you think? I can't leave the Lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics, the Wailing in Rags, when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Takes a long suck on a cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
The man shakes his head, dismayed, furiously pulling on his cigarette. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right?
That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
The lower man takes a slow, satisfied drag and blows a smoke ring.
Is your man alright? 100%. He's a lorry man selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
We're done. Alright. I really hope Sealang is not a drug dealer, because I like Sealang. I hope that guy's the drug dealer, because I don't like him. Keep an eye out for bottles. Could still use some more money. Yep, okay. Sealang. There's a trash can down there.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
The street vendor assures you. So, Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
For a moment, he's unsure how to respond.
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Nice. I actually don't like drugs. I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs.
Yeah, they do.
Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
He smiles.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
True.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Sealing. My source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd.
You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here. Okay. If you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. Oof. I don't really like doing this to Sealing. He's a swell guy. Oh well. If you don't tell me, then I'll tell your employer.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice, you have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Ceiling. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
He shakes his head.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver. Dazed out stranger? Or dazed out strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Okay. We're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective.
Oh, thank you.
Both of you. You deserve it.
Persuade him to give you some money.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Oh, okay.
Because I want you to bribe me.
Why, officer? Bribe you to do what?
The street vendor's expression is dead serious.
I don't think you really understand how bribes work, detective.
He looks at you, then the vendor.
Sorry, detective.
Damn. I'll leave you to it. Okay, so. It's either the old lady or the gardener girl? That's the only woman I know that's connected to the Hardy Boys. Take those. It's another couple of cents. Okay, I guess we'll go talk to the old lady first. Hello, madam. Are you a drug dealer?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that. You're right, ma'am. You're out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Wait, what's so bad about the 50s? Oh, where else would you be then? When else would you be then? Yeah, when?
Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
The look she gives you is accusatory. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you a photograph, the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw, the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she conjured up. So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
She gets gruff suddenly.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She looks around.
All of what? The world. The present.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow, and she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
I have some questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Yes. What are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
She closes her eyes in reverie.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
I still don't really understand this whole Boyadiro thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
What's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And they live happily ever after?
Don't be stupid. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking along the river Margaret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
So he gives up and settles down, right?
No. The Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Margaret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Nod solemnly. A beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
Alright. Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Harife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Harife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Why are you so scary? Or why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul. That's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just...
She hums along, as if to a track on repeat.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
That's all I need to know, thanks.
Oh, Sim.
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Come on, he thinks. She's not the lady driver.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. Yeah, yeah.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
She looks you over and scoffs.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? Okay, let me ask you something else. Yeah, where could I get an experience like that?
If you don't know...
She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. We've already asked her that, haven't we? Are you interested in smuggling some drugs?
Why would I want to do that?
For commerce. The lifeblood of the Iolas. For the glory of the world republic, liberation of the spirit and body. I don't know, the thrill of the criminal lifestyle. For the glory of the world republic.
Loma, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? How can you not know what you're hauling in your... Yeah, could it be drugs?
Just this month I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
Drugs?
No, Loman. Diamonds.
She grins.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Are you making fun of me right now? You better start complying. I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Yeah, if you had to guess.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
He closes his notebook to stress it. Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesque.
Her voice trails off. Okay, let's go talk to I forget her name, but she was the representative of the Hardy Boys. And then the only other person I could think of... No. I thought was maybe it was Joyce, but that... I don't think she's playing a game like that. You. You're connected to the Hardy Boys.
Nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
What are you going to do to me? Lieutenant's not satisfied with this approach.
What are we going to do to you?
It's a cold laughter, devoid of joy.
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway, you junior delinquent. But you still did.
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
She shakes her head. Okay. There was the lady up there that I met when I first came out. Was she a lorry driver? I don't remember.
The door is closed.
She doesn't want to talk anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe the journal has an answer for me. Find out who's the lady driver, and where's her lorry. Okay, let's go back out. We'll go through the traffic jam one more time before we end the episode, see if we can't find anybody. If we don't find anybody, the episode will end. If we do find somebody, well, the episode continues, I suppose. So, it's not you. It's none of you. This wasn't something, right?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows, fumes of heavy fuel.
No. Nope. Okay. It's not you. Nowhere else I can go around there. Nothing over here. Up and around. It's not you. It's not you. There's nobody over here, was there? No. Can't get over there. That's the bridge. Huh. Maybe we'll have to wait another day or so to find out. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. In the next one, we'll start wrapping up the day, I suppose. It's getting a little bit late, so we could probably end the day soon. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.